I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
We're coming to you live from the stand.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just a fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes my dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just a fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
We're coming to you live from the stand.
We see you, Stan family. Shawnee squared that love. Like always, like she showed us. Just keep filling that chat. A lot harder than what I thought it would be.
It sure is. Um,
That's right, y'all. Keep showing that love. You guys are awesome. And you know she loved every one of us. Every single one of you. Me and Jimbo. All of us.
I was talking to Erica some messages earlier. I was telling her that E squared, but she was just hooked on YouTube. Since her husband died and she was off work because she got sick. Like when she wasn't doing something she had to be doing, you know, he was watching YouTube or or being on YouTube, being here or doing lives from her channel. I don't know. I don't know. She may not have done 10 lives total, but she really enjoyed it. Um, we talk about all the bad stuff, man. And how toxic YouTube is. It ain't all bad. You run up on people like E squared.
Yeah, it would do good for everybody to have at least one E squared in their life at some point in their life. Like I didn't know her like you did, but the very little that I did know her, I mean, how could you not help but feel the love when you're around her, when she's talking? Even when she went on Gypsy's panel last week and all that happened, she showed more grace and love than I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have.
Oh, me neither.
But she did. And that had to take a lot. I mean, you're talking about somebody calling her a liar about the very thing that took her life, And she sat up there and forgave and showed love and showed grace. Like, that's an awesome person to be able to pull that one, to do that, to even think about it. She didn't like conflict, but you didn't mess with her family either. Like, the way she carried herself is the way we should be, you know? Just that influence.
You need to, you guys. I know I'm guilty of taking life for granted. You never know. Never know. Doctors don't know. Um, I got a friend in Harlan who he had brain tumors. And they told him 6 months. 10 years later, I had him come and do like not a TED talk, but a special motivational speech with one of my little basketball teams. He's gone now, but we're talking. Doctor told him he can't make it, and then E squared thought she had about 2 years, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. I believe is what she told me the last time I talked to her about that. Last time I talked to her about that, it's not something we often talked about, to be honest with you. She was here yesterday.
Yeah.
She did not know or feel like she wasn't going to be here today. Give your kids a hug. Give your mom a hug if she's still around. Your dad, whoever. Might be the last one.
Yeah. Never know. We all leave a chat, say goodnight to our families, go to sleep. We're not guaranteed waking up. Not a single one of us. And you never know. You never do.
With the internet ninja about got me right there. It looked like I buffered for a second.
Maybe it's contagious, bro.
I'm not me today. I'm not myself. I want to apologize in advance. I'm not upbeat. So I apologize for coming off that way, coming off weak, or when you know your life is being cut short, you easily forgive those you trespass against you or trespass against you. That was E squared.
Yeah.
She did. She forgave people. She didn't want no conflict, man. She didn't want all fighting.
I was gonna say, even, all the stuff that Ernie did and talking trash to her past couple weeks, she gave back then to help him out of things that she didn't have to give, but she still gave it. And even when he talked the trash, she didn't talk it back.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, well, then that's your choice. And, he's got to live with that, But she still forgave. It was almost like when he did it, she forgave him. Like,
Hey, Grinch is up. Look here.
what's up, Grinch?
Let's highlight that. Let me read that one. Your heart, it beats so warmly for us all, and eyes that watched and shone so tenderly has ceased and died out to the sorrow of us all. But what you have done shall never be forgotten. That's beautiful, Grinch. That's beautiful. Now, listen, if I know E squared, she would want you to tell a fart joke.
Right. She would. She loved her joke.
Yeah.
Absolutely did.
Yeah, Goofy Gert, it did me too. It really upset me, and I wanted to get my hands on him. Someday maybe I will. Um, Time will tell. There's no reason for anybody to say anything like that to anybody who's terminally ill. Ever. There's some people that, man, I mean, I'll just tell you, I've got hate in my heart for it. I shouldn't let it fester like that. But even those people, I wouldn't say stuff like that.
No.
They were terminally ill.
I mean, we've seen that a lot, though. Or people that are just very, very sick, and people call them a liar and make fun of them and use them for personal gain. Not the Ocean Lover and E Squared aren't the only ones.
Yeah. That reminds me, I was told about a couple of different people making some little remarks about um, if you're going to send money, send it to the funeral home and don't send it to some YouTube channel. I'm going to have to wholeheartedly agree with you. So, but I don't know if I'd send it to the funeral home unless they're asking for it. I haven't seen it. Anybody asking for money? I don't know if it's on their website. They're asking for money. How about sending some flowers? How about sending some food to the family?
Yeah, she's got a 17-year-old boy that
he just turned 17 years old.
Yeah, he just got his license, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just lost his daddy last year and his mom this year. Yeah. If I'm correct, for the same thing.
Yeah. January, cancer took his dad. Well, his stepdad.
He's still somebody that he's been a father
figure, sure,
for a long time. So, I mean, these kids, they essentially lost both of their parents, the people taking care of them, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's not about some YouTube creator, I can promise you that.
Yeah. I mean, she was worried, you know. There's a couple of things that really worried her. One, and she said it right here on this channel, her fear was her son finding her.
Mm. And I take it that's what happened.
Yeah. The other was, you know, her and her husband just got that home. Like, you know, it's not like some of these people out here begging and grifting. They actually have a mortgage. That was their kids' future, their grandkids, property, home, structure. Now what?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that, you know, that can be done to help those kids out. And if you're worried about some YouTube channel trying to take money from somewhere, then you got your heart in the wrong place anyway. If that's all you ever think about, then shame on you. Shame on you. Ain't no better than Benny Keys.
That's the thing, though. The person that said that was over here for a long time, and she knows we don't do that. We don't scam. We don't do the things that they try to insinuate. So for them to say that at this time, knowing the truth, that's shows your character, shows a lot of it. So they can play their little drama game and use real life stuff once again to push that current to get it going. But, you know, that's on y'all. Everybody sees you. You can't hide it. It's right here in the open. So whenever it gets to the point where nobody wants to talk to you, be your friend, trust you, any of that, think back on these times. Because this is why. Should be absolutely ashamed. But it's what they do.
Yeah.
And you know good and well, they know good and well, E Squared wouldn't be part of something like that. She wouldn't be a sister to a guy that's on the internet scamming and hurting people and all this other stuff like people claim. When she saw what Ernie was doing, she washed her hands of him.
She did.
So, and people need to stop and check their actions because, like I said, they're being seen right now. And it's not looking good for a lot of you.
Yeah.
Really. So that's on your karma. you're going to have to pay that one at the end. But remember, this was why.
Purple rainstorm money meant nothing to her. She barely had enough to get by most months and never complained. She'd much rather prayers and support to her two precious kids. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Faith is bigger than fear. Jimbo, Monday morning, I'm going to donate $300 to the American Cancer Society in memory of E Squared. Thank you. Thank you. I don't, if you need her full name, I'll give it to you. Which, I posted the obituary. So if anybody wants, if people are going to be evil about it, they're going to be evil about it, and they'll look it up and find it out anyway. So, you know, her name was put out there one day after BDAC sent her a Cash App way back when, big rich man sent her a Cash App, and then next thing you know, because her Cash App had her real name on it and everything, next thing you know, boom, her name's out there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been treated like dirt by a lot of people. Southern girl.
Ernie.
Ernie's got his coming.
Yeah. Well, apparently, BDAC's forgetting what situation he's in right now. Because the way things are going, BDAC, you're not going to like what your karma's like, buddy. You're already sick yourself.
Yeah.
And you want to put that out in the universe? That's fucked up, dude.
Those kids are ones that are going to need so much help now. My heart is breaking for them. Thank you, Robo Granny. Brandy XO. I'm terminal. Please donate and help these kids in home instead of Cancer Society, please. And I can't imagine the fear like Brandy XO and E Squared of being told that, that you have a date, everybody does. Everybody does. But to know that it's short term, I can't imagine the fear.
How old was he?
E Squared?
Yeah.
On Monday, she'd be 41.
Wow.
Her funeral's on her birthday.
Damn. She's my brother-in-law's age, and he's got the same diagnosis. So he's been dealing with it since 2020.
E Squared, she's intelligent. She's an intelligent person. She watched these channels, and she would be, so frustrated. She was like, why don't people understand? Or why can't people see what I see? Or, and it's the same as anybody, who's got the intelligence or smarts, whatever you want to say. You see this, and some people say it's, fuck shit or whatever, cuss words or, but ignorance. You see it, and it's so frustrating, and you can't change it. You can't make other people see it. So, but as frustrated as she got, she still loved YouTube so much. Like I said, when her husband passed, and her kids are teenagers. Her daughter just graduated this past year, and her son just turned 17, like I said. And good night, Pimp Daddy. Thank you for the prayers. But the I can't even remember what I was saying. I know her
We're talking
kids,
about
and
her getting frustrated with watching people.
oh yeah, and well, like YouTube kept her occupied. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was trying to get at. Is like this was her getaway.
Mhm.
Like back in the day, as people say, um, you had soap operas or sports or TV something. You
Or as
watch
they say,
that.
skills, they call them stories.
Yeah, stories. I watch my stories on TV,
Right.
but now I watch the stories on YouTube. A lot of people do, and it's reality TV. As much as people say, don't go real life, don't go real life, people go real life every day. And you can't stop it. You just sit and watch as it unfolds. And man, I've been doing some reflecting today. What's the point in so much of this? Like, I see the point in some stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm biased here, and I see the point in what we do. Let me read this. Donna said, E squared always asked how I was feeling after chemo and said if I had any questions, just ask her. If I'd ask how she was feeling, it was always tired, but okay, I love you, E squared. Oh, I'm tired, but okay, I love you, E squared. Yeah, um, that wore her out, but you know, she was a trooper, man. Um, right, Kathy, you get addicted to it, right? And it's like a train wreck too. You can't watch, you can't look away. Even if you got stiff neck, you can't look away. You got to turn your whole body. But thank you for you guys can use that emoji. I'm gonna probably leave that forever. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but some of this stuff, like finding, I don't know, without just talking about certain situations, I don't, and I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. But some of it, man, like I watched some for a while yesterday and day before and day before. And, okay, we've seen it, and we've seen it, and we've seen it, and we've seen it. So it's like watching a rerun on TV. You watch it on NBC, they break it, right? NBC breaks it. It's NBC TV. I don't know what show does. Seinfeld came out on. Let's say Seinfeld was out on NBC. Next thing you know, NBC cuts them, cuts the contract. ABC picks it up. Hey, we're going to show you, but it's going to be the same old Seinfeld. We bought all the episodes. Now you're going to see them here. And it runs its course on Seinfeld or on ABC, and then Fox. Of course, I'm being hypothetical here, or proverbial. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. But it's just like YouTube. One creator breaks something or shows you something. The next thing you know, another creator shows you the same exact thing. Except puts their 2 cents in on it. I've done it. I'm not pointing the finger at nobody. I've done it. We did the recently we did the Crystal Rogers. We didn't do that recently, but that case was recent. There was a break in it, but everything I showed on Crystal Rogers was already out. I just put my 2 cents on it, and I called it my coverage. I covered the Crystal Rogers case. There's probably been hundreds of different creators cover the Crystal Rogers case. What I'm saying is just a lot of it is so redundant. Really, what is the point? Can we do anything new? Would the subscribers be okay with something new? Members? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Thank you, Erica. That case is, it's a Kentucky case, so I felt a little, I don't know. I wouldn't say pride because it's that kind of case, but I didn't want to let it down, so I put a little work into it. But even the research I did, everything I found was online. Kipper, I'm rambling here. If you, I don't want to just ramble on all the time. Now, if you got something you want to break in, you can.
No, I will. You know that. I get what you're saying, and I get what you were saying with you being biased and knowing why we do what we do. But there's a big difference in what we do and what a lot of other people have done. We didn't come here to build a channel. We didn't.
We did
It's
not.
never about that for me. It's been about the message and trying to help people stay out of the path of a total stage 5 freaking hurricane named Ernie Shell. Now, all these other people have jumped in here and tried to make a name for themselves using the same content, but with a different motive behind it. And theirs has progressed to just being, they're showing who they are. They're just a bunch of no life having trolls that want to make other people miserable. And that's what they do on their channels. And that's why a lot of times I don't watch. I tune out. I was saying earlier, I go watch me some football podcasts, some Joe Rogan, something. I get away from it. But your motive is everything, y'all. Your intentions are everything.
That's true. Kipper, what happens when you make a bean and onion casserole?
Bean and onion casserole?
Uh-huh.
You're going to fart? That's for sure.
I can't take credit. It's on the screen there. Put it in the chat.
That's a good one. I like it. I knew there's going to be some gas buildup. But
Thank you, Nana Kim. We may try to do a couple, true crime things. We might try to look into something and throw our hat in the ring. And I just wonder, is that true crime community? Is that the same one with the Summer Wells creators? And like, man, the claws are out. Are those creators? Do they attack other creators the way it is that we see so much here? I know a lot of these creators over here that I see claim to be true crime. I don't see it. Yeah. That's why I've never laid claim to that. We've never said that we're a true crime channel. As a matter of fact, we said we're not. We've come out and said we're not. But I wouldn't mind doing a couple, some true crime stuff and see, how we do with it, and if we enjoy it, and if people enjoy us doing it.
Right.
So,
because we always have said that once our goal is accomplished, the reason why we came here, we would look into other things.
Yeah.
And, not for nothing, but eventually, here soon, our goal will be accomplished.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think we should try some, to be honest with you.
Fluffy said some old ones, and Nana Kim said look into some already solved cases. Like, I'm telling you, they're the O.J. Simpson case, because I'm a sports nut, and I watched that as a young adult. I watched that unfold. So that would be something that interests me, that I would like to really get into. But do you think other people would like to see something like that?
I was going to say, I was watching a couple of documentaries the other day on a serial killer I never even heard of. And that used to be my thing was,
Michelle.
no, wrong one. No, it was a guy in Texas. I forget his actual name, but he went by the Candy Man. And I can't remember. It's not been that long ago, but one of the remaining victims of his that they found remains for, they've got him posted on the missing persons database, trying to locate his real identity because he's the last one to not be identified as far as the victims go. And yeah, man, like just reading up on that and seeing like where they went and showed where the bodies were, talked about the crimes and that kind of thing, how he was caught because he was actually taken out by one of his accomplices. He had two younger guys helping him, and one of them
accomplices.
Yep, he had two young ones that were the same age or around the same age as the boys that he was kidnapping. And yeah, like one of the two took him out in his own home. Like when they came to the guy's home, he was inside, unalived, and the guy was sitting on the porch or the steps or something after he did. But I mean, like I said, I'd never heard of that. And I was reading on it. I was like, man, it would be cool to sort of go down this path and like they said, look at some old ones, look at some new ones, look at different kind,
Nantual said, talking about that the Summer Wells, that the most are in it to make money off that baby, and I agree with that. I do think there probably are a few creators. I used to believe in a few of them, and some of those have showed me that I was wrong. But
well, I mean, that was one of the reasons why me and the people in Newport, which is right next door to Hawkins County, where I'm from, and believe me, in that community group that I speak of, there were a lot of things going through because Summer, where that happened was 20, 30 minutes away, depending on where you were in the county.
Right.
So it was like our backyard. And then you got Tina and Ernie and them pretending to be something they're not, acting like they're going to go and find somebody and all this other stuff. We were like, okay, this has got to stop, and that's main reasons.
Now, I intentionally steered clear of that. We did, like we did not want to make a penny at all from that case or be around it because of that. Like I didn't want, no Cash App, no nothing, because we did see people making money, and it was obvious. It was obvious that they were making money, and they didn't care nothing about that baby girl.
Nope.
Or the family.
They don't care about any of them, but they'll gladly sit on their panels and talk about them. And like,
we should not look into already found missing kids.
Oh no. But solve true crime cases, yeah. Sort of like, the one I was just speaking of kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's still, some of it's unsolved. Like there are cold cases. They're 20, 30, 40 years old, just not saying we're going to go and solve any of them or anything like that, but bring awareness, bring attention. Maybe somebody somewhere will see something that helps. Who knows?
Well, yeah. I mean, even like, when I'm making an example of the OJ case again, or the Casey Anthony case, that's a whirlwind of a case, but you're not going to solve it. It's solved. But there's so much, like there's documentaries on just about every attorney that was involved in that case on both sides. On the OJ case, and some on the Casey Anthony case too, or Kaylee Anthony, Casey Anthony, whichever you prefer to call it. But and there's, I mean, we'll do this right quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you think OJ's innocent. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Casey Anthony is innocent. See if we get any ones or twos.
I was going to say you might not get any numbers.
Right, but I bet we do. I bet we do. Both of them were found innocent in our wonderful American court system. Same exact court system that has Shelby Shell at 6-6 jury.
Mm-hmm.
See, we got a 2. Right, and 2 all, and that's the overall consensus. Most people think that OJ and Casey Anthony both got away with murder.
Yep.
But here they are, both found innocent. The question, Fluffy's like, hold on, I might want to take my 2 back.
That 2 was a mistake.
1 in the chat if you think OJ is innocent. 2 in the chat if you think Casey Anthony is innocent. I read an article lately that Casey Anthony said she lied.
Well, I mean, it's just like, do you know who Emmett Till is?
No.
Okay, he was a little black boy back in the 50s. Apparently, he was lynched. He was accused of catcalling or whatever this white lady, and next thing you know, they find him in a river with his beaten body tied to a big cotton gin fan in the river. And they actually brought the 2 guys that did it to trial. They were acquitted. And then I think it was just a few months ago, maybe a year ago, the actual lady that he was catcalling or whatever did an interview talking about his lynching and like literally spelled it out that the 2 guys that were on trial were the guys that did it. Like literally said it, and nothing was done.
Wow. I was looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, but there's a lot, you know, not saying not to, but there's a lot of that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Like Emmett Till, a lot of people say he was the spark that started the civil rights movement back in the 50s before
so it's relatively old then.
Because like at his funeral, it was in Chicago, and it was blocks and blocks and blocks that the line lined up to go see him. And his mother chose a glass casket so people could see what was done to her little boy. Because, man, when you see the pictures of it, honestly, Ronnie King's isn't anything compared to this.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, like it was terrible, man. And of course,
Casey Anthony may not have maliciously killed her daughter, but it's known that she gave her daughter Xanax to make her sleep while she partied. I think she overdosed Kaylee that night.
That's possible.
That's very possible.
Yeah. Was he 14 or 15, Skunk Ape? I thought he might have been a little bit younger, but yeah, I know he was a young teen. And of course, you know, especially in the deep South, mixing races or anything like that, especially back then, was frowned upon. Even if you touched a white lady, you would get your ass in trouble. Like, it was stupid, but
frowned upon in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say frowned upon is yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. That's why people make that comment, you know, this ain't the 50s no more. That's the reason.
Man, and there, you know, and there's so much ignorance still today with people, you know, that that do things like that based on the color of somebody's skin.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
Good night, Jimmy.
That's honestly the last thing I'll look for in anybody. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship, work relationship, friends, whatever. It don't matter. It's not their skin. It's not how they look, if they're ugly or pretty or any of that. It's how they talk to others, how they treat others, and how they treat themselves.
Born in 41, killed in 55, 14 years old.
Okay. Yep.
Blue Moon said 14 too. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's. I'm surprised you don't know about that,
That's
man.
Molly's age.
Like to me, that was bigger than the whole Montgomery bus boycott, and to me that was bigger than the assassination of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, any of that.
Brendan Dassey, what do you think about that one? I see that, Nana Kim. I see you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Brendan Dassey, the nephew of Making a Murderer, the Stephen Avery.
I'm lost.
Have you seen the Making of a Murderer?
I know. Okay. Yeah, I never.
Dassey was a nephew who was on trial.
I don't know anything about it. Though.
You really don't know anything about it?
No.
Oh man, we're gonna have to smarten you up on that one.
Paige, good night, hon.
Good night, Paige. Those of you who are exiting tonight, I want you to know that I see Jimmy going out and Paige and anybody else. We truly love our people here. And
Dan, are you talking about Emmett Till's, that lady? I don't know if she passed away recently. She could have. I know she's going to be decently old, like in her 80s or whatever. But I do know that what I was reading on the update was them talking about her interview and what she stated, and how even with that, they didn't go back and try to charge anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't tell everybody individually all the time that we love you, but we love you. We thank you all for being here. Truly our family here. I will. I'm gonna check out the Emmett Till stuff. I wonder if there's anything on Netflix about it.
I don't know about there. I know there is on YouTube quite a bit.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm sick of YouTube.
You're boycotting.
Oh. So yeah, I mean, we could do some other things like that and have some fun, with looking into a little bit. Good night, Blue Moon. We love you. We can look into some different stuff and switch gears a little bit every now and then. Who knows, man? Maybe that's where we'll take off in the future. But we still do. There's stuff we can't just walk away from. And as good-hearted and as E squared was, she knew about what our mission was and why we needed to do what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the one now. There's a rapist. And that little nugget is trying to gain momentum and be back harassing women here again. And it's the community, and I don't care to lead it, but it's the community that's got to step up and say, not here, buddy. Not here. And we will. So is Grant's telling fart jokes again?
Probably.
I knew I smelled something. I got a funeral in the morning to go to. So within, span of 6 days, I'll be going to 3 different visitations or funerals. Just it really makes you think, man. Life is so fragile. And it can be over in an instant. So I got an email tonight, and before we went live, I asked if I could read it, and I haven't got an answer back yet. But if this lady allows me to read it to you all, I will. And it's about E squared. But I asked per, I won't dox the lady. I won't say who her name is or anything like that, or her YouTube name. But if she gives permission, I'll read it tomorrow, and I'll give you guys something to look forward to.
Word.
If I forget it, it's Kemper's fault.
Always.
So Kemper's band nerd. Molly's got a competition tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
This time last year, it's this school, North Laurel. I live in Laurel County, and North Laurel hosts this big band competition, and E squared child went to South Laurel, and Molly goes to Corbin. All local here, but last year at this time we were all there together. So it'd be kind of memorable. Yeah, looking back. Here's your fun E squared story. I don't even know if you know this, Kemper, because you wasn't around at this point. But last summer, and I think they started around when the fall starting to come in. But up here in London, this I guess the tourism commissioner, whoever, started bringing in singers or some kind of act every Friday or one Friday, the first Friday of the month, something like that. But last year, it was the first one they ever did was Clay Walker, the country singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never met E squared. We talked emails and on the channel. She'd been my mod for a while. So we met up, her and me, and I think Sarah went. Hunter, I had to look at pictures to remember everybody because it's my memory's shot out of hell. But and Thelma, but man, I got sloshed at the end, and Thelma was driving home, I think, and I drunk dialed Benny. Just pick a fight with him, argue with him. I don't know if he was live, if anybody heard it. I don't know, but I drunk dialed him and went right at him, buddy.
Wow.
Called him names. I don't know what I was saying because I was hammered, but yeah, E squared trying to talk me out of it the whole time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna call him.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think I've been in a similar situation before.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh no. Grant said, when I was a kid, every time my dad farted, he denied it. It wasn't until years later that I realized he had been gaslighting me.
That shit's good.
I wonder if she comes up with these, or do you find these somewhere, Grinch? Are those Grinch originals?
Yeah, she's got some good ones. That's for sure.
She follows that with a Erica, I love you, sweet lady. Fart joke to I love you, Erica. Look at all the laughy faces. Know everyone worries for me going home late night, and I love you all for being my family.
Love you, Queen.
We always love it when the Queen says, I'm home, guys. I made it home.
Yep. Can all rest a little bit better.
Find what, Grinch? What do you mean find? I can't find the farts now. They're air. Man, I think I read somewhere that people farted in jars and sold it. Is that true?
There are some. I think they're OnlyFans or whatever that do that. But yeah. There's people that buy them too. A lot
For
of them.
real?
Yeah, man. Like there's some chick that does that and sells her bath water as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man.
How desperate you
People
got
are
to be to buy somebody's bathwater?
people are nasty, bro. They are
Oh, the
nasty.
jokes. I'm going to trust you. I'm not going to look them up. That's Kimber's job anyway. He's in charge of research. He's got payroll, research,
I was gonna
basically
say,
anything and everything. Because if anything goes wrong, it
yeah.
is Kimber's fault. Some celebs do that, the Dove, sell their bathwater or farts. You can sell anything these days.
Yep. You sure can, man. Like I said, there's some nasty stuff out there. But I mean, it's humans for you.
Lady made $100,000 a year selling farts in a jar. Not even joking.
No.
That's
No.
right, Mr. Lady. We are absolutely real family. That's right, Grinch. You could be a millionaire. Sell them farts. Bottle them up. Norwegian farts coming your way. The shipping cost might cost a little bit extra, but it's worth it coming all the way from Norway. Did I just dox the Grinch?
Oh Lord.
Here I am.
Cuff him and stuff him, y'all.
Y'all scaring to be selling his boogers. Oh no, Daisy Joe. You seen that video of him using his first responder card or whatever he's got there at the Kentucky Fried Chicken? I believe out of that video he could sell all that grease out of his hair. They look rough in that video. Proud of it too, boy. Proud. Watch this. Watch this. They sell farts, bathwater, dirty underwear. Rat wanted Smoky Mountain Mama to sell her farts in a jar. Who would buy it?
Well, there's some freaks out there like Ernie, you know.
We'll see if Ernie's in the chat. Put a
Right.
1 in the chat if you would buy a Smoky Mountain Mama fart in a jar.
No, watch Rap show up in chat.
Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat. No, because I don't want people mixing it up. Put a 2 in the chat if you would buy anybody's fart in a jar. Let me know because I got to go buy some jars. Oh. Richie made Mystery Lady pee a little. Oh, what? What are you talking about, KJ3? Oh, I thought you said, I wonder what the rectum policy is like. You said return policy. Return policy.
That one.
Why the hell I think that said rectum for?
I don't
Probably because
know.
all this fart talk.
Probably. It's getting out of control.
It is, man. It's spiraling. Spiraling. Steer the ship, bro. Steer us back, Chewbacca.
Hell yeah. Word.
They saw Elvis Presley drain hair from his shower. See, I can see people doing that. Like, I wouldn't, but like, I can see like a really, lunatic fan buying hair out of somebody's drain.
Right.
And then they're gonna, have it in. Oh, look, I got Elvis Presley's hair. What are you gonna do with it? Look, got a Larry Bird basketball card. I ain't trading that for nobody's fart. He is smiling. That lady had humor. She did have humor. She did. Get her laughing, buddy. eBay actually has jars of farts. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if you get a fart jar and you open it and it don't smell bad?
You gotta wonder, did they really send the fart? It's first thing.
Second thing is, if it's somebody really rich, does their shit even stink? Because I don't know about you, but I used to hear my mom and all the time saying, that lady thinks her shit don't stink.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about, Mom? Her shit don't stink?
I don't know if you gotta be rich to be able to think that, because we know a lot of people that think their shit don't stink, and they're far from rich.
True. Fluffy said that would be my fart. Are you saying your farts don't stink, Fluffy? I don't believe it.
I'd be checking that jar for leaks, first of all.
For leaks?
Yeah, maybe the fart got out. Maybe the seal on it wasn't good. I don't know.
That's another thing. Be real careful with this. It's a case of farts.
Right?
You don't want this thing busting open back there, boys. You'll never make it to the house. All right. Let's list some things that weirdos would buy in a jar. All right, we done seen farts.
Seen bathwater.
Bathwater and drain hair.
Underwear.
Dirty underwear. So leave those off the list. What do you think somebody would pay for from their favorite celebrity? Let's say from their favorite celebrity.
Toenail clippings, hair samples, dry skin from their sheets.
Oh God, shut up. Who don't say that? Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm honestly, I'm not even trying to be far-fetched. Everything else I've seen, it's along those same lines.
Penny Positive has a Bret Michaels t-shirt he took off and threw in the crowd. See, that's cool though. I mean, that would be cool.
Yep, Earth Angel toenails. Yep.
Earwax.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Do you mean sharks in a jar of pink Volo?
I bet that's what it is.
Now, see, a shark in a jar, you'd be able to tell if it's there or not.
Yeah, have a little substance, wouldn't it?
Yep. Get it, Lady Jane.
Let's get you on butt hair. Oh no. What would you give? Now listen, I'm not going to put a dollar amount on it, but percentage wise, how much of your money would you give for the chip in the super soldier's brain?
No, how much money would you give to remove the chip?
No, everybody would want to do that.
There'd be a line, a big line.
That EMF detector went crazy.
Yeah, just like he was.
Dirty toilet paper.
Blood was pouring out of his face holes, right? With his blood capsules.
Yeah. Sweat in a jar?
Yeah, I could see somebody buying somebody's sweat.
Like an athlete, maybe? Lady Jane Rogue is going to volunteer. What do you volunteer, Lady Jane Rogue? Let's see.
We're calling dibs on who gets to remove the chip from the super soldier's pea brain.
Oh, I thought she was going to put a shark. Tears. That's a good one.
Might do that too. Who knows?
That's a good one. Tears. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that'd be something that, now it would depend on what they're crying over and who it was.
So are we talking about the river that everybody speaks of? Crimea River. Is that what we're talking about?
Possibly.
So it's real estate that we're purchasing.
Yeah.
Okay. Word.
Removing the chip.
Ooh, dang. October, yeah, you're right.
It's nasty.
I mean, I ain't even trying to be funny, but if they're going to buy dirty underwear, you know what else they'll buy.
Chris said the best part about being a teacher is being able to fart freely at work and then watch the drama unfold as all the kids try to blame each other.
You're a terrorist. Oh, shit.
Mr. Lady? No. Negative. Let's all mail Jimbo a jar of question mark, surprise him. No.
No, send him a case of that.
No.
In intervals. So he gets one jar today, one jar tomorrow.
I'm a germaphobe. I probably wouldn't even open it.
See?
Read about people actually selling dirty toilet paper in jars. That's so nasty.
Daisy Joe, they might actually think it was themselves. They smell it and it's like, huh? Did I shit?
Listen, I've always heard first smeller's the feller.
That's usually the case. I'm sure there's some exception somewhere, but yeah, that's usually the case. I'm one of those people that when somebody's like, do y'all smell popcorn or y'all smell this? Y'all smell Doritos? Yeah, I just farted though. So like, oh my God.
Mystery lady said, Jimbo, yes. I said, no. No.
No real estate. My Kentucky home was hit by a Category 5 hurricane this week.
That's my old Kentucky home, right?
The invasion of the crackheads.
Oh. Goodness gracious. Toto win in Kansas no more. Skunk smells its own hole. Are you talking about our skunk?
No, we're talking. She's basically saying the smeller's the feller.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Yep, they just got that hurricane too.
Yeah. Look, that hurricane come right through the state of Kentucky with like a vengeance.
Well, I hope you guys recover from it.
What was the name of that hurricane, Daisy Joe? I think it was Lightning Tiger.
Oh, I thought it was Mama T's crack pipe.
Oh, well, Mammoth. It was Mammoth. You know, we got Mammoth Cave over here in Western Kentucky. I mean, no, that's Mammoth Cave. We got Mammoth Cave over in Western Kentucky.
Those are actually cool.
Yeah, they are.
sort of like Forbidden Caverns there in Jefferson County, right there outside of Pitcher Gorge.
Yeah.
And Lost Sea. The Lost Sea is probably the coolest thing I've ever.
The glass bottom boats.
Yeah, and you got trout that are albino, and like because they're in a cave, they get no sunlight, so they're albino. They're as big as the boat, and the boat holds, I want to say, 8 people very comfortably, something like that. And they've got the fire. I was gonna say they got it all lit up, and then they have a tour guide get on the boat and take you around the caverns in a glass bottom boat with these big ass trout. And it actually used to be where they would mine for flint for gunpowder and shit.
Yeah, that used to be that was Kemper's first tattoo, actually. Lady Jane Rogue. Whoever smelt it dealt it. That was his first tattoo.
No, mine says dealer on it. Okay, get it right.
Oh, okay. I'm the dealer who makes her peeler.
Right.
Makes the paint peeler. I don't know. Mammoth said we have boob balls, and Gypsy thinks females have prostate. Surely the hell not. Did the real Gypsy Hole say that women have prostates?
Bro. Yeah. Well, in so many words, yeah.
Wow. If I can steal a catchphrase from Ernie, wow. Wow.
Fact of the matter.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is, boobs are balls.
With prostates. It's sad. It is.
Because I ain't no sissy lala like some of these motherfucking YouTubers. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying. Just saying.
What? Say what?
I think that's the funniest one ever. That to me, that's the best soundbite we've got.
Which one is it?
What? Say what? Mama T on, about, I don't know, bottle full of Narcos there. What?
Yeah, all you'd hear is num num num. Or just crunching sound.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Dove heard it too. Wow.
Yeah, like these are the same people that people actually listen to. Like they take advice from. They take leadership from. These people. Yeah. Those are the ones.
Love and Grace, it's awesome. The airboat rides in Florida where the Gators, it is awesome. You'll love it. It is a little spooky. Ain't gonna lie. Mammoth probably has a prostate, though. You know what? That's possible.
What? Say what?
Good night, Renee.
I
was telling Renee good night.
Oh, good night, Renee.
Grinch is taking her farts and going to bed.
Grinch going to bed too?
Yeah.
Good night, Grinch. It's past 7 in the morning. Oh, you up late, ain't you?
Yeah, it's be partying hard. It's Friday night though. What do you do? Well, it's Saturday morning now.
7:20, huh? 7:20 over. I know what time it is. Because it's 1:20 here. That's the only reason I know. Say what? What?
Skunk Ape, you are correct. Those pythons they've got issues with down there in Florida, even the gators have got issues going on because of them. I've read quite a few articles about them.
They have, like you can make money getting rid of the pythons. Right?
Yeah. But like here recently, the snakes have been eating massive alligators that they're not able, like once they eat them, they're not able to move. And a few of them have been found dead with the gator in them right after they ate, because it was too big for them to move or anything like that. And I guess it gave it complications, but there's been quite a few. And I do watch a few of these hunters that go into the Everglades, and bro, like they're pulling 17-foot pythons out of the ground.
You're kidding
Like
me.
70, up to 70 eggs in that nest. And they said that like all the deer and rabbits and possums, all that stuff, there is none. It's just the gators, and that's starting to decline too, but it's the gators and the pythons.
You know what I say when I hear something like that?
I'm not going back to Florida.
What? Say what?
That's exactly what I hear. Say, what?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like they sit there and provoke them to strike so they can grab them by their head and pull them out. So they got more balls than I do, because I ain't putting my hand in front of a python that can bite you and make you bleed out.
Yeah.
Because they can. Like it just takes them biting one time, because they're not a venomous snake. So they try to latch onto you and then curl around you. And they latch into your arm or your leg, and you're probably going to get hit in your main artery, and you're going to have issues. So I ain't trying to do all that. No, thank you.
Well, buddy, I have had a very long, exhausting day.
Oh, I know you have, bro.
So I'm gonna need to get off here. If you want to keep going though, I'll let it run and you can close her out.
Honestly, man, I'm good. I've I've had one of those days. Well,
yeah, I know.
Because right in the middle of issues at my job, like them needing me to come in early, is when I found out about E-Square, and then it's just like everything at work, and then that is just, yeah.
Nanny Kim made a clip. I'm gonna have that clip. I need it.
You're a clip collector.
I'm a clip collector. That's what you send me in a jar. Clips, not toenail clips or fingernail clips, but send me YouTube clips in a jar. I'll pay for them.
Hey, Donna, yeah, they're paying them big money to go down there and hunt them, but if you just, okay, they had a reptile aquarium that was damaged during a hurricane, and most of the reptiles got out, and a lot of them were these python, boas, that kind of stuff. And like I said, they're just one 17-foot python in the Everglades has 70 eggs. Say half of those, which is going to be more than half, but just say half of those, that's 35. Now, put that up, say 1,000 pythons are out there. I'm sure there's way more than that, but like they're not going to be able to hunt them as quick as they're breeding, is where I'm going with that. You know what I mean? Like you could have every firearm in America looking for pythons, and I don't think you'll ever catch up. And that's a lot of firearms. So, unfortunately, I think it's one of those situations that's just going to totally change and affect their environment down there, you know? Because, I mean, the king of the swamps used to be the gators and the American crocodile. Now it's pythons. And they're not even native to our country. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you guys be praying for her children. Please be praying for her kids, because I know it can't be easy.
And her mom and dad. Your dad's in bad health too. And, you never want to bury your own child.
I can just imagine her son, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like I know what it was to walk in after my grandfather had passed, and we thought it was coming soon, to have it happen unsuspecting like that quick. Yeah.
We love you all. We appreciate you.
It's definitely a situation that needs lots of prayers.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow night we'll be, healed up a little more, and we can, have some more good memories. And I'm gonna leave this background up probably the whole weekend, and we'll keep it positive and as positive as we can, and remember our friend.
Yeah, you guys, tonight when we're leaving, y'all throw all of those prayer hands and all of those E-squares up in chat. Let her know we love her. She sees us.
Yeah. All right, guys. Tomorrow night, come back. We'll do it again. Till then, I'm Jimbo.
I'm Kemper.
We're coming to you live from the stand. I'm Jimbo.
And I'm Kemper.
We're coming to you live from the stand.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.